is a dual role today. Sarah Kyle, a wealth manager at Annex Wealth Management, along in a bit. But first up is Jill Martin, estate planning attorney at Annex Wealth Management. Welcome.
Thanks, Danny.
This one is from Deborah. Can you please explain probate in regards to estate planning? I thought probate is something to avoid, but I've been told recently to change my accounts and assets from my named beneficiary to the estate of me, so that my money and assets go into probate instead of directly to my named beneficiaries. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this?
Well, that's a great question, Danny. And probate, what happens is we follow the terms of your last will and testament through the court-supervised process, okay? So if we have beneficiary designations that are very specific to say, I want my IRA to go to these three people, if you leave it on the beneficiary form, then that IRA will pay to those three people and those three people only. But if you have other people in your will, then maybe what you want to do is make sure that assets go according to your last will and testament to make sure that all of those people are paid. Now, probate generally is not something that people want. So what we want to do is do a comprehensive review to say, what is your estate planning goals? And then how do we craft beneficiary designations for it? And maybe what we do is instead of using a last will, we use a revocable trust as an alternative.
So I guess I'm part of the crew that always hears that you don't want things to go to probate. What are the advantages and disadvantages?
So the disadvantages with probate are that it's a court-supervised process. So it's a matter of public record. There's various deadlines and filing fees and things like that that need to be adhered to very strictly to make sure things are done in a correct manner. That can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. But a lot of times we don't need to have the court supervision. So instead what people want to do is use beneficiary designations or use a revocable trust. It tends to save a little bit of costs and expense. And it's also not a matter of public record that goes through the court system.
I knew you'd know. Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
And now we welcome in Sarah Kyle, a wealth manager at Annex Wealth Management. Welcome to Ask Annex.
Thanks, Danny.
This one is from Jack. I'm 51 and not near retirement. When I left a job several years ago, my 401k was valued at approximately $177,000 fully vested. I left it where it was. It peaked around $278,000 at the end of 2021 and has been generally falling since then. I took a new job 4 months ago and started contributing to a new 401k immediately. Obviously, this account is also suffering from the market downturn, but to a much smaller degree. I'm considering rolling my old 401k into my new one. However, liquidating the bigger 401k when it's at this drastically reduced point seems ill-advised. Should I wait until it bounces back some before consolidating?
Well, hi, Jack. No, you should not wait. You shouldn't really be concerned about rolling over your 401k when the market is down because you will be reinvesting it while the market is down as well. Just like if you were doing a rollover when the market was at its highs, you'd be reinvesting it at its highs. What you should consider when doing a 401k rollover into a new plan are the plan's features, the costs, and the investment options. And you also have the option of rolling that old 401k into an IRA.
And Jack mentions liquidating. It's not liquidating when you roll over.
Correct. If you were liquidating, that would be a taxable event, but he's just rolling it over into the new account.
Next up on Ask Annex from Bob, I currently contribute 10% to my traditional 401k and 13% to my Roth 401k. I'm close to maxing my yearly contributions. When I raise my contributions to max out my yearly contributions, which bucket would you put it into? Since retirement is likely over 20 years away, I don't have a clear idea what income I will want or need then.
Well, Bob, great job on contributing to your retirement accounts. We love to see diversification in the different tax buckets, the Roth being the tax-free bucket and the traditional 401k being the tax-later bucket. But in general terms, if you think taxes are going to be higher in the future when you will be withdrawing these from these accounts, you would contribute to the Roth and pay the taxes now. If you think the taxes will be lower in the future, then you defer the tax and do the traditional 401k.
Next up is from Thomas. I've got a growing side hustle that's generating about $2,000 per month in income. My question is how best to handle this from a tax perspective. This is obviously untaxed initially, which means I'll owe the full amount of income tax come tax season. Am I supposed to manually withhold taxes from this income somehow, sending some percentage of it to the IRS on a quarterly basis? Or is this not a significant enough amount of income for that to be necessary? Advice is appreciated.
Well, Thomas, taxes are pay as you go. This means that you need to pay most of the taxes during the quarter you receive income rather than paying it at the end of the year. I would recommend increasing your withholding at your current employer to reflect the additional income or paying quarterly estimates. You can increase your withholding by filling out a new W-4 form at your place of employment, or if you decide to do quarterly estimates, you can mail those in with a Form 1040-ES, or you can even pay online or over the phone as well.
Not a bad little side hustle, huh?
No, not bad at all.